We just received our first look at a new card from Disney's upcoming card game, Lorcana, and Stitch and I cannot wait to talk about it. Powering his way into Lorcana is Gantu, Galactic Federation Captain. Gantu is an expensive 8-cost card with double 6s in his stat line. He is the second legendary card we've seen, the other being Maleficent. These cards are extremely difficult to find in packs, with about a 16% pull rate. Both Maleficent and Gantu are expensive and powerful. We aren't sure how many legendaries will be in the first chapter, but there can't be many. We now have one in Steel and one in Ruby. Now that we've gotten a good look at him, there are 5 things that we want to cover. The first, of course, being the art. Captain Gantu is the third card we've seen by the talented Mexican artist Luis Huerta. He killed it with this piece, from the perspective to the background to the emotion of the character. The perspective is of us, the viewer, looking up at Gantu, who towers above average-sized characters. With his expression, toned physique, clenched fists and pose, we know he means business. Also, he's going to get business done with his bare hands, conveying that the color steel is all about strength and power. As Ravensburger said, steel relies on brute force. Second, interestingly, Gantu is not a villain. Although he plays an antagonist role for part of the original film, they're portraying Gantu here in his role as law enforcement for the Galactic Republic. And this wasn't a guarantee. Remember that at one point, if he had his way, he would have abducted Lilo along with Stitch. This likely would have meant Lilo's death, given this container isn't completely sealed as evidenced by Stitch's escape. He could have easily been portrayed as a straight-up villain. However, he's not. And this fits well with Gantu's identity. A law enforcement officer who probably means well, but has a moral code that's a little fuzzy. Third, cards from a franchise will not be restricted to 2 colors for the first set. In Lorcana, you must build your deck using no more than 2 color inks. It was possible that Ravensburger would have restricted cards from particular franchises to 2 colors for the first set, allowing you to play all the characters from a franchise in your deck. But now we have Lilo and Stitch characters, and aliens for that matter, spread across Amber, Emerald, and Steel, so you'll have to pick and choose if you want to build a Lilo and Stitch deck. Let's look at his ability. Gantu protects your characters from opposing smaller characters. This is what is known in collectible card games as a floodgate effect, an effect that is persistent and prevents one or both players from taking a certain action. This ability implies that certain decks in the first chapter will rely on going wide, flooding the board with many, many smaller characters, perhaps leveraging Stitch to recharge your hand each time one is played. Because Gantu is obviously a late game play due to his cost, he is likely meant to counter that strategy, restricting your opponent's board until they can deal with the Galactic Federation Captain. Fifth, we have to talk about the flavor. Amber Stitch relies on cost 2 or less characters, his adoring fans, to draw his controller cards. If your opponent is playing Stitch and you play Gantu, all of your characters are now safe from being challenged by Stitch's adoring fans. If you're a Stitch player, Gantu is one of the last things you want to see on the table. The flavor of having Gantu as a late game counter to Stitch is just so good. Gantu can show up late game and mess up Stitch strategies the same way he showed up at the end of the first film to interfere with Stitch's journey of self-discovery. As another fun tidbit, content creator Knive pointed out that Gantu's stat line is 6 and 6. Throw a 2 in the middle and you have 626, Stitch's famous experiment number. Jumba would be proud. So what do you think of Gantu? Are you excited to play him? Are you excited to see him in Lorcana? Let us know in the comments below, and please consider liking and subscribing.